Hey y'all, welcome back to From the Holler. If you're new around here, my name is Missy, and on this channel we are dedicated to loving and supporting each other through our loved ones' addictions, no matter what those addictions may be. And I want to say welcome to everybody. When you jump on, please be sure to say hey, hi, hello, whatever in the comments. Let me know you're here. I want to get this said right off the bat. Um, I got my pen, trying not to talk with my hands too much. Um, this live chat is dedicated to Miss Vanessa. Miss Vanessa passed away last week. And if y'all have been here for a while, you've seen her in the chat. I have known Miss Vanessa my whole life. And this has come as a big shock. I wasn't able to go to the funeral home or the funeral or anything simply because of the health issues that I've been having. And this has broken my heart. It was very sudden. They didn't know, and I don't know. I haven't talked to her daughter. Her daughter and Joseph were best friends for, oh Lord, years. When they were little. And like I said, I've known her all my life. And she was a huge supporter of not only the channel, but of me. She's never been touched by the struggle of addiction, but she was always so supportive of me and of Joseph and of this channel. And like I said, if you've been here a while and you've been in the comments, you've seen Vanessa. And my heart just goes out to her family. And I also want to say, y'all send up some prayers for my sister, that I love dearly, my sister from another mister, Miss Charlotte. I see she's in the comments. She shouldn't be, but she is. I love you, Miss Charlotte, and I hope you're doing well, my love. So, we're going to dedicate this live chat to the memory of Miss Vanessa, and I hope that's okay with everybody. Yeah. So, let's see. Hey, Lizzie. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Nacey. Hey, Miss Charlotte. Hey, Susan. Hey, Debbie. Hey, DDC. Thank you. Hey, Ashley. I think I got everybody that's on there so far. Thank y'all for commenting. I appreciate that. Be sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Our little community is growing by leaps and bounds, and that makes me so happy and sad at the same time, because that means that there are even more of us that are going through this. Yeah. It's just, it breaks my heart, okay? It just does. But we're growing, and I'm happy. Share away, okay? There is always somebody out there that needs to hear the message, whatever it may be. You may get one thing, and the next person may get something else, and I may get something totally different out of tonight's chat. You never know what you're going to get. Even if it's just a good laugh, that's what we're about here. Taking a break from the reality of the hell of our lives. Okay? So, there is that. Hey, Jesse. I do want to let y'all know. Hey, Cindy. I went to the doctor last week for my blood work and stuff. When I started this journey, this health journey, my A1C was at 8.9. I know. I know. Okay. Um, when she was amazed. Okay, my doctor was like, "Dang girl," and I told her, I said, "You struck a nerve, and you got me doing what I need to do finally." And she said, "I will personally call you with your blood work results in the morning." And I said, "Okay." Bright and early the next morning, my phone rang. It was her, and she was literally singing. Okay, I that, and I'm not going to try to sing. I will spare you all that. She was singing, "I got your blood work results," and my A1C was 6.9. I had taken it down 2 points. It now, is that perfect? No, it is not. But let me tell y'all something, okay? I will take that over my blood sugar staying in the 300 and 400s on a daily basis. Okay? No longer am I waking up and my fasting blood sugars are in the 300s. They are now below 120 consistently every morning. I will take that. I will take that. Okay? Unfortunately, the very next day, I was back at her office because I was sick as a dog. As y'all know, I put it out here that, we couldn't, I didn't have a voice. Okay? I had no voice. So, she couldn't get me in until Thursday. There, if you think that, if you know you're sick, if you're feverish or anything like that, they tell you to pull around back and they come out to you. They don't want you in their office, okay? They do not want you in their office. So I pulled around back. I called, let them know I'm there, and they come out. They do all the swabs, okay? I'm at a whisper trying to talk, and she's asking all these questions. What are your symptoms and all that? And I'm about ready to do sign language. And there's a car that pulls in 2 spots down from me, and I'm being swabbed. She's touching brain, okay, and that little googly thing in the back of your throat. And then I hear, "Nanny!" And I look over, and there is my youngest baby grand in the car 2 spots over from me. He's sick. His maternal granny has him there at the doctor's office. So I get out of my car and I go over there, I don't get to their car until there's a car that pulls in between my car and their car. And in that car is my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter. The mama to my youngest grandson that's sitting there. It was a family reunion. Okay. My granddaughter had tested positive for strep and flu A earlier. And now the little one's getting tested. He tested positive for strep and flu A. See a pattern here? Do you? The day before, my son had their oldest son, who is 6 there. He had bronchitis. So everybody had been to see my doctor. She came back out with her new nurse, and she started introducing. That's Dad's mom. That's Mom's mom. That's Mom. And these are the kids. Yeah. We were all there. And she asked, "Have you been around these little rascals?" And I said, "Well, yes, I spent pretty much the weekend with them." we had been to the Orange and White game that the weekend before, and we had spent quite a bit of time together. Aiden had spent the night, which, knock on wood, Aiden had a mild case, nothing massive, okay? A little bit of a headache, a little bit of a cough, all the things. He's fine. He is outside playing right now, he and Paps. So, yeah. The kids were over it by Sunday, okay? Their antibiotics kicked in. I felt worse after I got the antibiotics, okay? I have felt horrible. And then started having heart issues. And I'm telling y'all this to let y'all know what's been going on. I try to keep y'all abreast on what's going on in my real world. What I thought was heart issues. Turns out I have lost so much weight that my heart medicine the dosage is way too high. So, waiting to hear back what they want me to drop down to, if they're going to call in new prescriptions, what the deal is. My doctor is getting with the cardiologist and all that. So, yeah, I'm at that point now to where my weight loss is affecting the medicine that I'm on. So, it has been a hell of a week since I last saw you guys. Okay? It has. It really has. So anyway, I have sat outside when I felt like it. I went outside and just sat in the sun. It's been beautiful. Well, past couple of days it's been rainy, but it's been beautiful. I watched Paps and Aiden plant my garden. So yeah. Oh, Miss Debbie, it is getting easier and easier to stick to it. You know, once I saw those numbers, that made it all worth it. That made it super easy. I know you have, Jesse, and I appreciate that. So I still have quite a bit of drainage. Still have kind of a shaky voice, all the things. So you'll have to excuse me tonight. Okay, I'm doing the best that I can. It is what it is. It really is. I did not feel like editing my video for my Surviving Addiction series. It's still sitting right there on my desktop, and it'll get edited as soon as I feel like sitting in here. There's so much I need to catch up on. You know, when Mama's sick or when Nanny's sick, everything goes to hell in a handbasket. And that is the way that it has been here at my house. My house looks like a tornado went through it. Apparently, I'm the only one that knows how to do things around here. Aiden started getting concerned about day 3 about me, okay? And that's only because nobody makes macaroni and cheese like Nanny does. And he let everybody know that. He was dying for some macaroni and cheese. Okay? That's his favorite right now. So, yeah, he started getting concerned. Anyway, it's all good. I'm getting back on track. I'm doing better, okay? Oh, Lord, Miss Debbie. Ain't that the truth? Especially when you got a little one that likes to touch everything. That's Aiden. Okay? That is Aiden. He likes to touch everything. So, anyway, welcome, 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 everybody. I am tickled to death to have you guys here. Miss Charlotte, I ain't even had a surgery, okay? I literally laid in the bed for days, and it was, in some ways, really good. But I would just sleep off and on and then sleep all night. It was weird. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you. Uh, let's see. There was something else I wanted to tell you guys. I need to make a list from here on out. I really do. I don't remember what it was I was going to say. What happened on your Easter, Nisi? Easter was eventful. Mine was. Mine was quiet. Um, this cheer. Um, Joseph and his wife took Aiden to her mother's for Easter to hunt eggs and all that. So it was just me and Paps, and it was very quiet. I think everybody was afraid to come to my house because we had the cooties. So, dodging tornadoes. Goodness. We ain't had that going on, thank goodness. That was kind of loud too. What else was it I wanted to tell you guys? You know, one of these days. I don't remember. It's one of them days, okay? All right. Real question, looking for real answers. How many of you pay attention to the community post? Raise your hand. Let's be honest, okay? How many of you pay attention to the community post? I'm going to wait. I'm going to give you a chance. Hey, Jen. I'm going to give you a chance, okay? There's two. I know there's more than two watching right now. 3, 4. Miss Charlotte, please go get you some rest, girl. You deserve it. Let that medicine kick in good. You'll feel better. I love you. There was something, golly bum. I started working on this room that we're in. I haven't got it completely finished. But I just come in here and sit here in my chair and just roll around, okay? Cleaning everything, organizing everything, getting some stuff done when I felt like it. And I had Aiden in here helping me. So I've had a lot of help from him, okay? A lot. A lot. Had a new fear realized. This chair's just popping like crazy. Had a new fear realized while I was sick and didn't realize that it was going to affect me the way that it did. But it did. My new fear is, y'all know Joseph got his driver's license back. Y'all know that he's back out on the road. My new fear is he ready for all that freedom? Because before, somebody was having to drive him around. Somebody was having to take him wherever it was he needed to go. Okay? So he didn't have that freedom. Somebody was with him all the time. And now, well, now he has freedom again. Joseph's never been good at having a whole lot of freedom. He just hadn't. He hasn't been good with filling his time with the right things. So my new fear here lately has been I am so sorry. What if he's not ready for this? What if this is too much freedom too fast? Now, he got frustrated with me last week because he came in a little later than what I guess I thought he should have. And I questioned him. I did. And he got frustrated with me, and he got a little snippy snappy with me, okay? And proceeded to tell me that I didn't need to question him every single time that he ran late or anything like that. Here was my answer for that, okay? First of all, don't get snippy snappy with your mama. Second of all, I will ask the questions. I was that mama. And this is what I told him. I was that mama that in order to keep from pissing him off, or to keep from hurting his feelings, or to keep the fighting and arguing and all that down, I wouldn't ask the questions, okay? I would just believe whatever, well, not really believe, okay? I would just hear whatever, there we go, that's the word, take whatever it was he told me as him being honest with me. Looking back, that was the wrong thing to do. The absolute wrong thing to do. But in order to keep the peace in my home, and in order to keep the peace in my family, and in order to keep the peace between me and my son, I did not choose to ask the questions. And it almost cost me my son's life. Do I need to say that again? He almost passed because I didn't ask the questions. I'm going to ask him questions, okay? If I feel like something's off, you better bet your bottom dollar I'm going to ask those questions. If they're hard for him, that's okay. That's okay. It's hard for me. I am not going to sit here again while he's in recovery, while he's sober. I am not going to continue to put myself through the bullshit that I have put myself through for 15 years. Okay? If he's going to start new, I'm going to start new. That's the way it is. And as long as he lives in my house, I'm going to ask the questions. Hey, Chloe. Okay? Now, he's a grown man. And I got told that the other night. I'm a grown man. I come and go as I please. Well, that's fine. That's fine. You come and go as you please. But you just remember that I'm going to ask the questions. I'm going to ask the questions, especially when I feel like there is a need for me to ask. I won't go through it again. I will not go through it again. I will not. This part of it all is me being laser focused on taking care of me. I'm not going back down that road. I'm just not. Just not. So if you're in the same situation that I'm in, and you're wondering if you should, ask the questions. Ask the questions. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Oh, I know, Cindy. I know, and he's good at it too. Okay? Like, he can pop one off like that. He sure can. And now we're supposed to be honest with each other, okay? We're supposed to be able to have that open dialogue and the honesty between both of us and all the things. Okay, I'm being honest with you when I ask you a question. This is how I feel. This is my feelings, honestly. Okay? Now you be honest back to me and you tell me the absolute truth of what I just asked you. That's what I expect. That's what I demand. That's what I deserve. And that's what I'm going to get. Otherwise, none of this is going to work. Okay? None of it's going to work. Paps is talking on the phone loudly, if y'all can hear that. It has to be, Niecy. It has to be. It has to be. I just, trust is still building between the two of us, okay? Trust is still building. So, do I trust him 100%? Mm-mm. No. Um, he's still, he's still, a, what do you call him? A yearling in his recovery. He's still like a baby calf, wobbly. So yeah. No, I don't trust him. He's still very susceptible to relapsing. He's still very gullible when it comes to thinking that he could do it one time and control it. And I'm not saying he has. And um, I'm not saying that I think he has. Okay? I'm just saying that's my new fear. And I'm not living in fear. I'm not living in fear. I am not. I am going to be living in faith. Faith that we're going to be carried through this, and years down the road we're going to look back and we're going to cherry pick the good memories out of the last 15 years. Okay? We will not be, I don't know what the word is, will not be focused on the bad parts of what we have went through for the past 15 years. So there's that. Something hits different once you receive the phone call. Oh, 100%. It changed everything. It totally changed everything for me, um, in the way that I handle Joseph. I'm going to be honest with y'all. There were times, a lot of times, that I handled him with kid gloves. Just because how do I say this, guys? I didn't want to be the reason that he went out and used. And this time maybe he used too much. Or this time, do you understand what I'm saying? I didn't want my last words to my son to be something hateful, something ill. I didn't want us to be fighting. If if that was the last time that I spoke to him, or if that was the last time that I saw him, I did not want my last words to be that. I did not want him to have that in his head. Hey, Ariel, does that make sense? So, yeah, I put on the kid gloves and, you know, was it right? No, no. Biggest mistake I ever made. I should have been forthright and blunt with him from the very beginning. I should have been, but you know, hindsight's 2020. Can't go back and change anything. All I can do is be stronger and be better from this point on. I can sit down and look back. And y'all, when I'm out in my garden, I've got my music on. That's my thinking time, and that's when I can process a lot of things. And trust me, there's a lot of processing going on right now. Okay, now that things have slowed down, and he's been sober for a while, and it's not a every day or every other day some kind of bullshit going on with him, okay, and things have slowed down. I can process what has happened, and that's what I'm working on. That I'm working through a lot of that right now, and I needed it. I needed this break in order to get things processed and in order to heal, or at least begin the healing process, or heal from a lot of the things that have gone on in the past. There are some things that I don't know that I'll ever heal from. It has changed. There are some things that have changed relationships completely. And I don't know that those relationships can ever get back to where they were, or they probably won't ever get back to where they were. But I would love to see these relationships get to the point to where I'm comfortable having them again. And right now I'm not. Right now I'm just not. I'm very untrusting of people. Okay? Yeah. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Okay? I don't know if there's anybody else out there that is at this stage of the journey. I don't know. If you are, please let me know. Let me know how you're dealing with it. This is how I'm dealing with it. This may not work for you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Ariel. She got sick and they had to take her to the hospital by ambulance and they put her in ICU on a ventilator and she passed a couple of days. No, it was a few days later. It wasn't long after I told you guys that she was in the hospital that she passed. And then I saw that her daughter had posted on Facebook that Vanessa's husband now has whatever it is. I don't know if it's vid. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I did not get to go. Hey, Gil. I did not get to go to the funeral or anything. So I'm hoping to get to go to her sister's house and visit with her for a little while as soon as I can get all this medical stuff done. So no, it's not fun at all. Trauma recovery, catching our mama breath. And it feels so good to take a freaking breath. Okay? It just does. It's amazing to be able to take a breath and let it out and not be standing there holding my breath because I don't know what's fixing to hit me next. Seriously, y'all, it was every day, every other day, something, something. He was being arrested, or um, I used to get, and I don't know if this is in one of my surviving addiction series videos or not. Um, I used to get messages from him, okay, when he and his wife lived in the little house that he and I lived in. Uh, he, I'd get phone calls, in the middle of the night, okay, video calls in the middle of the night, and wanting to see if I could see that demon that was standing in their bedroom. You know, they're scared to death. Can you see it, Mama? Can you see it? Just watch. Just watch. Right there. Right there. Did you see that? Did you see that? 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And I'm getting these video calls. They are totally messed up, of course, and can't sleep. And they're hallucinating. Yeah. That happened almost every night for about 3 months. Okay. And I would be on the phone with him for over an hour at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to explain to him there is nothing there. You're not seeing what you think you're seeing. What are you using? And I'd get the same answer. I ain't used nothing. Yeah. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. To live in that state of anxiety has to be hard. It is a constant. No wonder I had a heart attack. Okay? No wonder. My heart rate stayed through the roof because I was always so. You never knew what was coming. Okay? You never know when he was going to show up. You never knew when, you're going to answer the phone and Then it say, you have a call from an inmate at blah, 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 blah. Will you accept the charges? Yeah. Oh, it definitely is. Shit show. That's a good word for it. I have those little, they're like corkboard little coasters for my cup holders in my car, okay? And one of them says, welcome to the shit show. And the other one says, shut up, nobody cares. Okay? Just, how am I now? I am still there. It is getting better. That's why I'm processing what I'm processing. Um, but yeah, I'm PTSD is a very real thing in this, and it's not a real thing just for moms of addicts. Okay, if you have a loved one that's an addict and you deal with them any at all, yeah. Cognitive behavior therapy class. Oh, cool. That's really cool. I love that word. I wish I could make it to where no one else could use it. Which one? Which one? But yeah, I don't. My therapist shit show. Yeah. My therapist says that I may or may not 100% recovered. It depends on Joseph. Because, as she says it, the mother's love for their child is stronger than her will to want to take care of herself. Everything hinges on Joseph. That drives me crazy. Even at this stage, I have no control. None whatsoever. I can only control very few things. But when it comes to him and his addiction, I have no control. None. That's hard. That's hard. You know, I've told you guys that I get frustrated with him. And I do. I still do. I get frustrated with him. And I have to remember that his mind is that of a teenager, and, it is what it is, but it gets very frustrating. I would love to just be able to just push him along and push him further down the road in his recovery. And I can't do it. I can't do it for him. I can't do the work for him. I can't do the healing for him. I can't do I can't do anything. All I can do is just be there if I'm needed and be his support. That's all I can do. His wife and I are developing, and I love this, y'all. Y'all know how I felt, okay? I made no bones about how I felt about this woman. But I am very thankful that she and I are developing a relationship now. Y'all know they live here, and she and I are developing a relationship now, and it's one based on honesty. She knows that she has to be honest with me, and it is to the point to where if she says something and she goes and thinks about what she said and she didn't like the way she said it, she'll come back to me, and she'll reiterate to make sure that I understand what she was saying, and that, you know, she didn't want me to think that she was saying one thing when she meant the other or whatever. And it's a relationship based on honesty. And that's something that she and I have never had. Never. I feel like I can go and talk to her at any point in time about Joseph and about my feelings towards him, and his actions or his words or whatever. She and I have spoken about my new fear of, is this too much freedom? Is him having his license back, is that too much freedom for him? Uh, she and I have spoken in we've spoken a lot about it. So yeah, I'm tickled with that. I am. It's all good. It's all good. So everybody quit talking. What the crap? Why just quit talking? And why is nobody hitting the like button? Hit that like button. I've only got 11 likes. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. Holy cannoli, let's do this. I hate that straw. It squeals at me like I'm killing it or something. But anyway, so that's what's been going on. And I got to get through this. I got to get this figured out. I've got to process what I have to process and heal from what I have to heal from. I know. How old were you when you had your heart attack? Oh my gosh. 40, 47, 48, something in there. Um, Between 46 and 48, somewhere in there. Um, Mid to late 40s. I suck at that, at remembering that stuff. I have no memory when it comes, and there's a whole lot um, that has happened. My memory. Hey, Erica, my memory issues has happened since my heart attack. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much. It does. 100%, yes. I used to think, and I'm going to talk in code, okay? I used to think that I had um, number 19 memory. Um, I used to think that did something. But the more that I delve into things and the more that the further out that we get from his addiction, um, the more I see that it wasn't the 19. It was it was the PTSD. It was the trauma. It was all that. I have to remember to go into that area and check it, but no, I did not. I did not. Lots of sleep deprivation, lots of stress. Yes, yes. I still am on the same sleep schedule that I was. I get um, maybe 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night. Sometimes Sometimes it's less than that. Sometimes it's a little more than that. But the majority of the time, it's about 5 to 6 hours because that's what I was used to getting. Again, with the phone calls and the text messages and all the things, that's what I was used to getting for almost 15 years. Okay. So, yeah, I'm still on that sleep schedule. That hasn't changed. Yep. Yep. I would be up, um, golly bum. It would go on for 2 or 3 months and then they'd just stop. Okay. Hey, and I'd walk the floors crying and praying and worrying and all the things for the amount, it didn't stop. It was a vicious cycle for me. It just was. And then out of the blue, it would pick up again, and here we'd go again. Then they moved out of that house and they moved into a tent in the woods on somebody's property. And yeah, they had nowhere to go. And nobody wanted them living with them. Um, I thought that they had robbed me blind before, but boy, was I wrong because when they did move in here again, they cleaned me out 100%. No remorse, no regret, no nothing. They cleaned me out 100%. So to sit here and say that I am 100% comfortable with him living here at this point in time, it's better. This has been the best scenario out of all of the attempts that we've made in the past at him or them being here. Um, him being sober, it has changed all that for the better. Um, but no, I'm not 100% trusting and comfortable, and I won't let my guard down. As y'all can see, I don't have my wedding set on. Gardening season is here. When gardening season hits, I put these little cheap silicone bands on. I've got my, I don't even know what that's called. It tracks my steps and all that stuff. Uh, I had to hide my wedding set. I didn't have to. I probably didn't have to, but I did. It was just an automatic reaction. Okay. The last time I didn't have, hey Chloe, the last time I didn't have my jewelry hid, it all was taken and melted down or sold. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, it was bad, Jesse. It was. Can y'all hear Aiden singing? He's having a big time in there in the kitchen. That child, I swear. And honestly, this has been, I do, I have two. this has been a good experience for him to be able to see his dad sober, okay, and to be able to watch his dad fight to hang on to that sobriety and to rebuild the relationships that he's working on rebuilding. Um, my therapist says that his relationship with me and mine with him will probably be one of the last ones because it's going to be the hardest one. Um, so, because y'all know, I've told you before, I was his um, emotional and mental punching bag. And sorry. Anyway, um, you know, our relationship was affected the most. So, hey, Shauna. Hi, darling. How you doing? Aiden's in there having a big time in the kitchen. So, anyway, I'm going to quit talking now, okay? I am. Anything anybody needs to talk about, anything anybody wants to talk about, anything, anybody got anything going on the rest of the week? What are y'all excited for? What are you looking forward to? All the things. Oh, yeah, it's about Aiden's bedtime. That doesn't mean he'll go to bed. Oh, I'm like a bad cold. I just keep coming back. Okay, I ain't going nowhere. I'm good. I am good, but thank you for your concern. Thank you so much. Anybody else? He's in here barking like a dog. Chickens are doing good, y'all. Chickens are doing good. They are happy. They are in their new coop. They are in their new run. They love it. And they are doing excellent. That child. Anyway, they're doing really well. They're getting big. They love to take dirt baths. It's all great. The cats are very inquisitive about the chickens. Okay. So, yeah. It's funny to sit there and watch the cats watch the chickens. Y'all, that's what my life is boiled down to. Okay. Me and Paps were sitting out there. We had our little lawn chairs out there at the chicken coop. And we sat there and watched the chickens the other day. That's what my life is boiled down to. Watching the chickens play in the dirt. Okay. I have never felt so old in all of my life. I told Paps he's rubbing off on me, okay? Because he's old. I am not. Laura, if we ever get to that point, please just send somebody to get us, okay? It was bad enough that we were sitting up there watching the chickens. And we were laughing at them, and oh my Lord. Yeah. Now, all this from a man that didn't want these chickens. Okay? Let it be known he didn't want no part of these chickens. And now he goes and checks on them before he goes to work and as soon as he pulls in that driveway. Okay? He goes and checks on the ladies and demands to know how many times I've been up there to check on them during the day. Did you water them? Did you feed them? Yeah. We were excited. We were clapping and all the things when they finally decided to come out of their coop and into their run. Lord. Strawberries are blooming. Ooh, nice. Nice. My cats won't leave mine alone. Mine are in an in-ground raised bed, a build-up bed or whatever, and stupid cats keep digging them up. They need to focus on mousing and leaving my garden alone. Okay? Elderberry seeds. Ooh, nice. Nice. Did I tell you guys that I got fig trees? This was before I got sick. Went to the Mennonite store and got some fig trees and some honeyberry bushes. I've never tried a honeyberry, but we're going to try it and all the things. Loves to watch the cows. I don't feel so bad now. There's just something cute about them. What are the ladies' names? We don't have them all named yet. They're 6 and 6, okay? And they all look exactly alike. Like there is no telltale signs that this is this one and this is this one. Oh no, the 6 of these look exactly alike. And the 6 of these look exactly alike. So I don't know. You didn't hear about the figs? Yes. May pick up a couple more. We're doing, is it brown turkey or turkey brown fig trees? And the Mennonites have more of them out there. A couple of different varieties, so I may pick up a couple of those. The honeyberries are looking really good. Got me a new rose bush. Got me a new snowball bush or hydrangea. We call them snowball bushes. They're hydrangeas. Mine is a hot pink, and I will have to show y'all. I hadn't either, Ariel, until I went to the Mennonites. And what is the? Hold on a minute, okay? Hold on a minute. Haskaps, sweet berry, honeyberries, also known as haskaps or sweet berry honeysuckles. Relatively new crop to North America with origins in Russia and Northern Asia. They are edible, blueberry, elongated in shape. They look like a cylindrical blueberry, according to the pictures. Okay, I don't know. I can't wait. I can't wait for them. You have to have two for them to pollinate each other. I got Beauty and Beast. So apparently Beast will pollinate a lot. A lot of the other varieties, and Beauty and Beast goes together. Imagine that, right? So yeah, I'm excited about them. I can't wait. They should produce berries next year. So, hydrangea bush. I have been wanting one of them for years. Okay, ever since we moved here, and we've been here almost 30 years in this house. I have been wanting one. My Aunt Sue had the most beautiful snowball bush ever. And I wanted to get a cutting of it, and she passed away, and I never did get up there to get any of it. So I got me a hot pink one. Love it. Would like to get me a purple one. There's purple, and then there's a bluish color that I'd like to have. I don't want white. That's just plain. Okay. Ooh, 6 of them. I'm going to own me some more. I promise you. Don't have a Mennonite store there. They're all around us. I'm finding more and more and more. They're all around us, and I love it. My favorite one is in Englewood, Tennessee. They call it Englewood. It's Athens. Okay, it's Athens. But that's my favorite one. That's the one I go to. Try to go once a week, but I missed a couple of weeks thanks to being sickly. So I didn't know that either. Hey, that just tells me that I need to go get me another one. Okay, I need to, because this one's not going to do good if I don't have two. One of my butterfly bushes just died. And it was right in the middle of my little butterfly bush line. So I got this snowball bush, and Paps put it in the middle. So I hope it just takes over everything. Oh, I got a couple of bleeding heart bushes too. My friend Tracy, thank you, ma'am, got me those. Yeah, ask about it, RL, and see what you can find. If you can find out anything, if anybody's heard of this. Oh, I do too. I love the bleeding hearts. These are pink and white. Now I saw some at the nursery the other day that are white with red on them, so it actually looks like a blood drop coming off of it. May have to have me a couple of those too. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I'm trying not to go overboard, y'all, but yeah. All right, y'all. We are at an hour and 7 minutes. I almost said 10. So, it looks like everybody's dropping off. So, that's what I'm going to do. Thank y'all for choosing to spend some time with me this evening. I truly appreciate it. I've missed you guys terribly, terribly. I'm here if you need me. Okay? I'm always here. My email is always in the description of all of my videos. Oh, and if you haven't yet, would you all mind clicking on my Azure Standard link that's in the description of this video and just signing up for an account? You do not have to buy anything. The worst that's going to happen is you might get a few emails, okay? But I'm going to lose my affiliate status this month if I don't have people sign up, okay? Because nobody's done it since January. So if you don't mind, would y'all do that for me, please? That would be great. Please and thank you, okay? It just helps me and my family. That's it. That's one way you can support us and support this channel without spending a penny. Okay? Much love to y'all, and we'll see you all Sunday. Bye, y'all.